Paco, and you're watching Bad Witch Books. Hey guys, welcome back, and welcome to my channel if you're new. Today we are going to be going over my April book haul. And April book haul was meant to be smaller than last month's book haul, because last month's book haul, if you remember, was, March's book haul was technically a book haul of all the books I bought in... Was it all the books I bought in March? Yeah, it was all the books I bought in March. So, this book haul was supposed to be smaller. But I went to Y'all West, so I got a bunch of arcs, and I met up with Princess, and I got some other books from Princess. She gave me some books, so we kind of did a book swap. So we have a big pile of books, and like I said, most of these are from Y'all West, so let's get to it. So the first book on this pile I have is an arc, because we're going to go over the Y'all West pile first, and that is Shadow Sister by Lily Mead. Now, this book was signed. This is the arc signed by her. Love that. So now this book is about a girl who, a teen who disappears and returns, changes the way its trauma alone can explain, I guess, what the back says. But I don't know much about this, but I am very excited. This cover is beautiful. She came back. Is it a miracle or a curse? So I guess it's about a girl who goes missing. Shit happens in the town. And when she reappears, like I said, it opens a lot of stuff. She reappears and stuff happens. But I am excited to read it. And this is an arc that is out on the 27th of June. No, July. I know how to count. Next book is another arc, and this is called A Haunted Vicious Thing by Lee Page Oberon. This is a free, uncorrected proof of the book. And it is the start of a queer YA fantasy duology full of winding passages, strange magic, and long-buried secrets, perfect for fans of Hell Followed With Us and A Lessons in Vengeance. And all I know is I believe that magic users are legal in New York. And I believe our main character has magic, and they go to a school that is like a secret school, I believe. I could be completely wrong. I haven't actually heard about this book until I got this arc, but I am excited to read it. I will be reading this because I did challenge Princess to who can read the 3 arcs first challenge, and we have to read these books before the books come out, and this will be one of the ones I read, and this is out in September of this year. Next book I have over here is not an arc, and that is Arthur and Santi Were Here by Johnny Gurasivila. This is one of my most anticipated releases of the year. They had this at Y'all West, so I bought it because it was supposed to come out in May, but I got an early copy because it came out. I bought it, and this book is about Arthur, who is a muralist, and his family tell him family tells them the Arthur is non-binary, so they them pronouns. Their family tells them that they can't work at their taqueria because they want them to succeed and actually work on their art, and so they fire them from the taqueria. And there he meets Santi, who is a undocumented worker, basically, and Arthur starts to fall for them, and they have a romance. And I know this is like a F to Ice book, because like fuck Ice, and I know that it's insta-lust, and I'm very excited to read it. I love Johnny Garciavilla's first book, 1500 Miles from the Sun, and this is their sophomore novel. I'm very excited to read it. And look at this cover. Like, this cover is just gorgeous. Like, this is just like art right here, pure art, but very excited to read it. The next book I have on this list is City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab and Tunnel of Bones. This is the first 2 books in the City of Ghosts series, or I don't know if the series is called The City of Ghosts, but it is the first 2 in the series by Victoria Schwab. It is about a girl who, her parents are ghost hunters, and she can actually see ghosts. And that's all I really know about it. It is supposed to be, it's a middle grade, and it's V. Schwab, so I'm very excited to get into it. It's supposed to be very creepy, and I love that. Next book is Dawn of Yin Chan Yin Chan. This came in a bag full of arcs, and this is one of the books we got from this bag. And so this book follows the it takes place in the same, of course, the Avatar world, and this follows Yin Chan, the airbender avatar that was in the cycle before Aang, and this is her rise basically, and how she became the avatar and what she went through. I believe this is book 1 in this duology, because I know that there is a other duology that is about Kyoshi, the another avatar in the cycle, and so this is about another one. I'm very excited. I don't know if I will read this. I don't know if I want to read the Kyoshi ones first or this one, because I know this takes place in the timeline first, because the Enchanted came before Kyoshi. But I am very excited to eventually get into this, and this is by FGE. And the next two books are from Princess, because we love Princess here on this channel, and of course her channel links will be down below like always. And that is Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart, and the sequel, The Bone Shard Emperor. So the reason I got these two books is because Fairy Loot is doing a set, and because I'm a Fairy Loot subscription member, I get the early access, and Princess wants the set, so I'm buying the set for her, and she is sending me the two books she had. I don't have the third one yet because she didn't have the third one, but I will eventually get it when my book buying ban for May is over. Okay, next book I have to show. I think I have a couple more arcs that I will get and show you guys in a minute. Yeah, I have them here. So the next book is another book I got, and ignore the damage of this, because this got damaged, I guess, in the mail, but it is Exterminators. So this follows Jubilee, Boom Boom, Dazzler, and Laura, X-20 Wolverine, as they go on an adventure. This is very supposed to be like a Ranch House kind of like homage. This is by Leah Williams, and it is very fun. It's supposed to be very fun, wild, wacky humor of these girls kicking ass. Like big bimbo energy is what I've heard from this. Like, this has the bimbo scale, and I am very excited to get into this, because I do love Laura, Dazzler, Jubilee, and Boom Boom, so I'm very excited to get into this, and I've heard good things about the series. Next book was the Book of the Month pick for April. And that was Anna from Book of the Month. If you don't know what Book of the Month is, it's a subscription service that you pick a book each month and they deliver it to you. This is not a sponsor ad because I'm not sponsored yet, but if you want to sponsor, bitch, I won't say no. But Anna Maria and the Fox by Lina de la Rosa. This is a part of a new series called the Luna Sisters novels. And so what I know about this book is Anna Maria is the heiress of Mexico that I believe she travels to London. I believe, yeah, she goes to London to kind of get out of occupied Mexico, and she's an heiress, and there she starts to fall for Mr. Fox, who is a member of Parliament, and he is fighting, I believe, to end slavery. He is a free son of a free, like his grandmother was a free woman, I believe. Yeah, he is a member of Parliament. Gideon, his name is Gideon Fox, is on the cusp of securing the votes he needs to put forth the measure to abolish the Atlantic slave trade once and for all, a cause that is close to his heart, as he's the grandson of a formerly enslaved woman. And these two start to fall for each other, and I believe there's someone else that has their eyes on Anna Maria, and I'm just very excited for this. This cover is, like, gorgeous, and I would love to read a, like, old-fashioned romance, but with people of color, because that's what we strive to read in these days. Okay, another book is an add-on from Book of the Month, and that is Bring Down the Duke, because I was just in a romancy mood, and it is by Evie Durman. This book is about a daring Oxford rebel takes on a powerful duke in a love story that threatens to upend the British social order. So I'll just read the description to you. England in 1876, Britain. Brilliant but destitute Annabelle Archer is one of the first female students at Oxford University. Her scholarship demands that she must recruit men of influence to campaign the rising women's suffrage movement. Her target, the cold, incalculating Duke of Montgomery, commander of British politics. But Montgomery wouldn't be the kingdom's greatest strategist if he couldn't turn the tables and confront Annabelle with an altogether different offer. Locked in a battle with rising passions and impossible attraction, Annabelle will learn just what it takes to topple a duke. I'm very interested in this. I am, like I said, very in a romance mood lately when I was picking the book of the month, and so I put this as my add-on for the month. Okay, so we got another arc that was in the pile, and this is one I'm very happy about because thanks to Nellie, because we love Nellie, who I got to meet at Y'all West. She got a bunch of arcs because that girl was on a mission. She would disappear and she'd come back with arcs, and one of the arcs she got is one of my more anticipated books releases of the year, and she was fine with giving it to me because you have to be there. But I appreciate it, and that is Bonefish from Nikki Palparetto. This book is about Valkyries, and it ready your blade to defeat the undead. In the Dominions, the dead linger, violent and undepicted unless a bonesmith severs the ghost from their earthly remains. For Bonesmith, Ren, becoming a Valkyrie, a ghost-fighting warrior, is a chance to solidary her place in the noble house of Bone and impress her frequently absent father. But when sabotage causes Ren to fail her qualifying trials, she is banished to the border wall, the last line of defense against a wasteland called the Breach, where various dead roam unchecked. And then shit happens from there. I'm very excited to read it. I loved Nikki Palparetto's first trilogy, and I will be reading that this month because I am so excited to read it. This will be the first major arc I read, and I just cannot get over my gratitude for Nellie. I deeply appreciate her, and I also deeply appreciate Princess for bringing me the books she brought me. Friends are the reason I made this booktube channel, and I'm very glad I can call both of you guys friends because I just am so happy. So the next book was March's Fairy Loot book, but because life hates me, I get Fairy Loots the month later. So that is 7 Feastless Saints by M.K. Lub, I believe. And I don't know much about this book. So I know it's about multiple characters, and it has to do with gods. And I'm very excited to read it. I hate the small editions from Fairy Loot, but this is still a beautiful cover. Gorgeous spray edges. Naked is gorgeous. Oh my god. Look at that beast. And then, of course, you've got, character art, my weakness. I am very excited to read it. I did see this author at Y'all West, and I didn't get to watch her full interview because I, came upon it late, but I enjoyed what I heard, and it sounds very good. I'm very excited to read it. I probably will be buying a regular edition because I just can't stand the small size of the Fairy Loot. When they do the small books, I just can't. I hate the mini books. Marina's on my bed, and she's looking at me like it's her bed, and that's just not fair. Okay, next book on my list is The Foxglove King by Hannah Whitten. This is about a girl who I believe she is banished from the kingdom, or she's living in the slums, I believe, trying to keep her her affinity for death magic a secret, and she is trying not to be pulled into the political games, but she has found out and she has to go to the court, and shit happens. And I'm very excited to read it. I've heard really good things about this. This cover is gorgeous, and I'm just really in a mood to read this. I want the Fairy Loot edition that came out, but I don't have the adult subscription, so I will read this. I'm just very excited. It seems death magic is one of my favorites, so I'm very excited to read this. Next book is a sequel, and it is Blood Like Fate by Leslie Slambury. Met this author at Y'all West, but I didn't get this book signed. I got the first book in this duology signed. This book is the second book to Blood Like Magic, right? That's the first book in this duology. Yes, Blood Like Magic. And Blood Like Magic follows our main character named Viola, who way that their magic works is that they get access to their magic when an ancestor will appear to them and give them a task to do, and they have to accomplish this task to get their magic. And our main character, her task that her ancestor gives her, she has to kill her true love, her first true love, and she's like, I don't even have a crush on anybody, so she has to figure out who her first true love is and to kill them. And shit goes from there, because like she tries to find like who this person is, and then she starts to like fall in love because of shit, and it's just like drama. I loved it. I love the family that our character has and the way the community is tied into the story and community magic. I love that about witches. It's one of my favorite things, so I'm very excited to read the sequel. The ending was really good for the last one, and I love this cover. Like, it's gorgeous. We love that. And the author is very nice. I loved her when I got to meet her. It was amazing. So the next book I have here is Midnight Suns, Volume 1. So Midnight Suns is Marvel's kind of answer to Justice League Dark, and it's their magic team. Like, this team has Magic, Blade, Wolverine, Nico, Spirit Rider, who is one of my favorite new Marvel characters, and Zoe from School of Magic, or School Strange something, Strange Academy. But basically, this is a team of characters that are united to fight magical threats, and I don't know what... Oh, it's a Dark Prophecy, something like that. Very excited to read it, because I know Agatha Harkness also makes an appearance. If you WandaVision, you know who Agatha is. But I am very excited to read this, because, like, Nico is in it. I love Nico from The Runaways, and Spirit Rider. Like I said, I love her. But I'm very excited to read this. 2 more books to show y'all. So the next book is Blood Debts by Terry J. Benson Walker. So this is a fantasy young adult book that I've been on my radar since I heard about it last year. And this is about 2 siblings who they are from a very powerful line of magic users in New Orleans, who I believe their families put under a curse, or their parents died from their curse, and they are trying to kind of get back into power in the city because they like had a very like powerful family, and break the curse and try to get their power back. And these 2 siblings are trying to work together. That's all I really know about it, but I'm very intrigued. This cover, though, like, look at that cover. And I know it's queer. I'm very excited to get into this. I don't know when I'll be reading this. Maybe in June. Spoiler for June's book haul. But, I mean, June's TBR. But just, like, look at this. Okay. And last but not least, we have That SelfSane Metal by Brittany Ann Williams. First, gorgeous. Second, I got to meet this author at Y'all West, and I didn't... So, this was the first, like, there was a speaker panel, and I came into the speaker panel late because, like, late for everything. But, I heard her say this one sentence, that this book... So, the thing that made me have to buy this book was her talking about her book, of course, and she said that she was doing research into the Orisha, and she learned about the Orisha war who has power over metal, and she thought, what if someone of that ability went against the Fae of England? And I'm like, sold. And what if they fought during what's that play called? It's a Shakespearean play. Midsummer's Night Dream. What if they like fought during a production of Midsummer's Night Dream in England? And I am just that. So I was like, let me buy this. And then I scoured everywhere in Y'all West, because they had like Anthony and Santi weren't here, and they had a couple of other books that weren't out yet, but the authors were there. And this author was there. She had a whole ass like interview with Alex Astor, and they didn't have her book out. And her book was already out. Her book came out, I think, a week before Y'all West, and that's just disrespectful. They did her dirty. And I ordered this book on Amazon. I went up to her at her signing booth and I said, I'm so sorry. I couldn't find your book anywhere, but I wanted to show her, like, here's proof. I have it. So it actually got to SAC before I got back to SAC. But she did, because, like, she's an amazing author, give me thing, because she knew that I didn't have her book there. So she gave me a thing to put in the book, and so I had to, because, like, of course. And I'm very, very excited to read this. And also, like, this author, I feel like y'all should keep an eye out. I could see her going play, like, this getting good. I haven't even read it yet, and I'm very excited to read this. But, yes. That was the book haul for the month. Thank you guys for watching. What did you guys buy this month? How many books did you buy? Did you go to any events like I did and get a lot of books? More books that you were thinking? I actually am putting myself on, like I said earlier, a book buying band this month in May. So besides a couple of books that are pre-orders and like Fairy Loot, there shouldn't be much the next haul, thankfully, because like the biggest thing is getting all these books, and then the biggest thing is putting all these books away. But I am done. You guys know Friday, new videos every Friday, vlogs every Wednesday, and I'm trying to do reading sprints on Mondays if I can. We had one last week, and we will have one this week. Links down below to my Discord, where I have my book club and my book club and my Throne of Glass readathon. All takes place on my Discord. We do the meetings are in the voice chat, so I can talk to you guys instead of like it being a live where it's like a one-sided conversation. I got the idea from Princess on hers. You'll find my links to all my socials and stuff like that. But I will see y'all next time. Bye.